every Libra season, the cosmic scales swing. This is not just poetry, it's a law in motion. When the sun enters Libra, it pulls us all into the court of cosmic justice. And in that court, nothing stays hidden for long. What has been concealed rises to the surface. What has been lopsided demands to be balanced. What has been quietly draining you will show its face, whether as an open challenge or as a hidden resistance. That's why this season can feel like a mirror with no filter. People reveal their true colors. Patterns in your life, financial, emotional, even physical, become louder, harder to ignore. Libra's energy is like a cosmic audit. It checks the books of your relationships, your contracts, your exchanges of energy, and it makes you ask, is this fair? Is this reciprocal? Or is this secretly costing me my peace? But here's the deeper truth. When Libra season exposes imbalance, it isn't punishing you, it's positioning you. The universe is showing you what no longer matches your vibration. Sometimes that feels like an enemy standing in plain sight. Other times it's subtler, like a hidden clause, a false agreement, or even a thought form working against your highest good. This is why ancient traditions spoke of open and hidden enemies, not to make us paranoid, but to remind us awareness is protection. Libra season is when the invisible becomes visible, so you can reclaim your balance, restore your harmony, and move forward under grace instead of under pressure. So if you've been feeling the edges of tension, if relationships seem to shift, or if certain obstacles suddenly appear, it's not random. It's Libra season doing what it does best, weighing the heart against the feather of truth. The question is never whether the scales will swing, they always do. The question is, will you be ready to stand balanced when they do? Libra season hands you that choice. This is your moment to see clearly, to release what no longer serves, and to anchor yourself in truth. So, as we step into this season together, I invite you to lean in. Let the scales reveal, let the truth rise, and let your spirit find the balance it's been seeking. Libra season is not a punishment, it's an invitation to clarity, to reciprocity, to beauty, and to justice that begins within you.
Where magic meets mindset, where the moon lights the way, manifesting with mystic, every law's in play. His align it, believe it, receive it, with mystic you'll achieve it, manifesting with mystic, your cosmic path is clear.
Libra energy is the cosmic reminder that life moves best when everything is brought into balance. Spiritually, Libra is the sign of justice, reciprocity, harmony, and divine contracts. It asks if you are giving and receiving in equal measure, if your agreements, spoken or unspoken, are fair to your soul. Libra season is the classroom where we learn that favor is never forced. It flows where truth and fairness live. On the body level, Libra rules the kidneys, the lower back, the skin, and the throat. The kidneys filter what is nourishing from what is toxic, showing us how to separate clarity from confusion in our lives. The lower back carries our support and shared loads, reminding us that imbalance in relationships or finances often shows up as strain. The skin is our living boundary, showing whether we are at peace inside or inflamed by outer disharmony. The throat is truth in motion, guiding us to speak with clarity, fairness, and courage. In everyday life, Libra asks us to practice balance where it matters most. In relationships, reciprocity and fairness must be honored. In finances, harmony is found when we balance giving and receiving, spending and saving. With boundaries, Libra energy teaches us to say yes and no with equal grace. Through expression, the throat opens when we speak truth without fear and listen without bias. When Libra energy is honored, we feel lighter, clearer, and more aligned with divine law. When it is ignored, imbalance weighs heavy on the body and the spirit. My celestial mystics and mages, Libra season also reminds us about the realm of enemies. But let's reframe that word so it doesn't trap us in fear. Open enemies are easy to spot. These show up as toxic relationships, unfair treatment, and visible opposition. Situations where it's clear that balance has been broken. You know exactly where the weight is coming from on the scales. Hidden enemies are trickier. They're not people at all, but subtle thought forms. Ariel Gatoga and Florence Scovel Shin both teach us this truth. Enemies live as patterns, subconscious beliefs, and false contracts we've accepted. They whisper doubts, guilt, or shame. They masquerade as your own voice, but they are not you. This is why protection is so important, not against people, but against the contracts of the mind. The Bible gives us a perfect example in the story of Abraham and Lot. Both men had grown wealthy, and their herdsmen began to quarrel. Instead of forcing the conflict, Abraham wisely chose peace. He told Lot, "Let's not have strife between us. If you go left, I'll go right. If you go right, I'll go left." They parted ways without anger, and both were able to prosper in their own lanes. That's Libra energy, knowing when to stay, knowing when to part, and knowing that balance isn't always about fighting. It's about releasing what no longer fits. Before we begin, understand what we are doing here. The ancient goddess Maat weighed the heart of every soul against her feather of truth. This was not about punishment, it was about balance. In this practice, we borrow that sacred symbol as a mirror for our inner world. The scales are not some far-off judgment seat. They are your own spiritual instrument. They show you where energy is too heavy, where a pattern or thought form tips you out of harmony. By placing these thought forms on the scales, you step out of denial and into awareness. And awareness itself is a shield. What you can see, you can shift. The sound you hear is not just music, it is vibration working as medicine. Once imbalance is revealed, the vibration does the transmutation. This way, you are never left carrying what is not truly yours. Now that you know what we are doing, let's step into the vision itself. Now see the sacred scales of Maat before you. They shine with golden light, steady and eternal. On one side of the scales rests your heart, the essence of who you are. It glows with life force, ready to be measured not by perfection, but by truth. Beside your heart is placed the feather of Maat, a pure, radiant feather that represents fairness, clarity, and divine grace. On the other side of the scales, place the thought form, the energy that has been weighing on you. It may appear as a cloud, a color, a shape, even a word. Remember, this is not a person. This is energy asking to be revealed. Watch as the scales respond. Do they tip? Do they wobble? Do they stay steady? This is your moment of awareness, your inner balance being revealed. Now, allow the sound you hear to wash through the vision. The vibration touches your heart, the feather, and the thought form. See the heavy energy begin to shift, growing lighter, dissolving, transmuting, until the scales find their balance again. Rest here, witnessing your heart, your truth, and the feather of Maat in harmony. Watch as the scales respond. Do they tip? Do they wobble? Do they stay steady? This is your moment of awareness, your inner balance being revealed. Now the sound begins. This vibration flows through your heart, through the feather, through the thought form. It loosens heaviness, it untangles knots, it lifts what does not belong. Stay with the sound. Witness the energy transmuting. Feel the scales growing lighter, clearer, more balanced. Rest here, witnessing your heart, your truth, and the feather of Maat in perfect harmony. Before we begin balancing anything, we first create a soft shield of light around ourselves. This isn't about fear, it's about alignment. Just as you would wash your hands before eating, you cleanse your energy before spiritual work. Protection keeps you clear of other people's emotions, stray thought forms, and the spiritual dust of everyday life. Think of it as putting on a clean garment before a ceremony. Your shield does three things. It filters out energy that isn't yours. It grounds and centers you in your own truth, and it allows only what is beneficial under grace to reach you. When you're protected, you're not shut off from life. You're actually more open to the right energies because you're not being flooded by the wrong ones. Close your eyes. Take a slow breath in through the nose and release it through the mouth. Feel your feet or your seat contacting the ground. Imagine roots going down into the earth, drawing up calm and steadiness. Now picture a soft, elastic bubble of shimmering light expanding from your heart. With each inhale, it grows larger. With each exhale, it seals stronger. It gently envelops your whole body from head to toe like a breathable sphere of grace. Say quietly or aloud, I am surrounded by light. Only what serves my highest good may enter. All else dissolves and returns to source. Notice how the bubble flexes. It isn't brittle, it's living. It moves with you, filters for you, protects you. Stay here for a few breaths until you feel calmer and clearer. Now that you're centered and protected, you're ready to step onto the scales of Maat. In the next section, we'll walk together through 5 areas of life where balance is needed: relationships, finances, health, boundaries, and self-expression, and gently place their thought forms on the scales to see what's heavy and what's light. Good. Now that your protection is in place, we'll move through 5 areas of balance. In each one, you'll place a clear symbol of the issue on one side of the scales, and on the other side, you'll see your radiant heart with Maat placing her feather gently beside it. You simply notice what's heavy, breathe, and then let the sound bring it back into truth. Bring to mind a relationship issue, maybe a conflict with a partner, family member, friend, or coworker. Instead of seeing their face, let the energy of the issue take form. It may look like a tangled knot, a cracked mirror, or a smoky cloud. Place that knot, mirror, or cloud on one side of the scales. On the other side, place your living heart and watch as Maat lays her feather beside it. Pause and notice how the scales respond. In a moment, you will hear the sound. When it begins, let the vibration help the knot unravel, the mirror mend, or the cloud vanish into light. Now, bring up a financial challenge, a debt, feelings of lack, fear about money, a financial dilemma, or an unfair exchange. See it as a broken contract, a heavy stone, or numbers glowing with stress. Place that contract, stone, or number pattern on one side of the scales. Place your heart and the feather opposite it. Pause and feel the weight. In a moment, the sound will return. As you hear it, allow the torn contract to stitch with gold, the heavy stone to hollow into light, the stressed numbers to calm and dissolve. Bring attention to your body. Where do you feel stress or imbalance? Your lower back, your skin, your throat, or your kidneys? Let that tension appear as a gray block or fog. Place the block or fog on one side of the scales. Place your heart and feather opposite. Pause and simply observe. In a moment, the sound will come again. As it flows, let the block soften into light. Let the fog lift and clear until the scales find their balance. Now recall an inner voice that says you're not enough, not worthy, or doomed to repeat mistakes. Let those words show themselves as jagged stones or black graffiti. Place the stones or graffiti on one side of the scales. On the other, see your shining heart with Maat's feather beside it. Pause to notice how it tips. In a moment, the sound will begin. As you hear it, watch the jagged stones crumble into dust, see the graffiti fade until it is only light, and feel the scales steady into truth. Finally, bring up a spiritual or emotional block, fear of the future, anger you've carried, or a sense of being cut off from spirit. Let it appear as a heavy lock or a dark chain. Place that lock or chain on one side of the scales. On the other, place your radiant heart and Maat's feather. Pause. In a moment, the sound will play once more. As it moves through you, see the lock dissolve, the chain break, and light flow freely back in. Watch the scales return to harmony. Now see the scales before you, perfectly balanced. Your heart rests light beside the feather, in complete harmony. The thought forms have dissolved, leaving only truth, peace, and clarity. In a moment, the sound will rise one final time, longer than before, to seal this work across all 5 areas. Breathe deeply and let the vibration wash through you. Now that the scales have revealed what was out of balance, notice how the energy within you begins to shift. As you continue to practice this visualization, you may find your energy levels rising day by day. Money begins to flow in ways that surprise you. Manifestations that once felt distant begin to move closer. Challenges that seemed heavy begin to resolve in your favor. And you may even find yourself in the right place at the right time, encountering people and opportunities that feel miraculous. These are the natural signs that balance is returning to you. Let these words settle deeply into your spirit as you repeat them now. I release the person and address the pattern. Every challenge is a thought form ready for light. I am balanced. I am free. I am at peace. And when you reflect afterward, ask yourself, what imbalance surfaced? What did the scales reveal to me? And what feels lighter in my heart and my body now? Remember, this visualization is not only for Libra season. You can return to these scales anytime you feel unsteady in love, in money, in health, or in your own inner peace. Each time you do, the scales will reveal what needs to be brought back into harmony, and the sound will dissolve what no longer serves you. If you'd like to continue this work, you can move into the Maat alignment meditation or explore the Libra season tools and manuals I've created in my Etsy shop to guide your practice more deeply. And as we close, take this blessing with you. Awareness is your shield, and balance is your blessing. I bid you good day. Agape. Thank you for joining me in this meditation. If this resonated with you, I'd love for you to like, share, and subscribe, and especially leave a comment letting me know what part of this experience spoke to you the most. And don't go anywhere just yet. This video isn't even over. Up next is a series of songs that align perfectly with today's content, so stay tuned and let the energy continue to flow. I also want to share something new with you. My channel Mystique's Hidden Hymns is launching at the beginning of Scorpio season. That's where you'll find the music from my teachings on manifesting with Mystique, along with other songs that have never been released. You can subscribe now so you don't miss the opening. The link is in the description. Plus, if you'd like to go deeper, my online store has featured items right now for Libra season to support your journey, with even more offerings on the way. You'll also find additional insights and behind-the-scenes posts over on the community page, so be sure to check that out too. Thank you again for being here. Your energy means everything.
You back where you belong. A secret library, shelves of sound, words like water, they circle round. They sink in deep, they plant the seed, restoring the soul with what you need. Pitching it, carry me higher, sacred sound, flames of fire, hidden hills now reveal, living current, soul is healed. Mystique's hidden hymns, archives where hidden hymns become living currents. Soul frequency, cosmic psalms are learning you back where you belong. Ancient shines, the divine names, soul frequency, cosmic science hymns, archives, ways becoming gods. the silence, I hear the call, ancient wisdom, balancing all, feather of truth, heart open wide, justice within. I cannot hide. On my scales I lay it down, every burden, every ground. Balance flows, the false must fall. Truth restores and heals it all. Shadow thoughts is all in light, wrong made clear, set back to right. The feather speaks, the heart reveals. In sacred balance the spirit heals. On my scales I lay it down, every burden, every ground. Balance flows, the false must fall. Truth restores and heals it all. Sacred touch, I make you a touch, I make you a touch. Miracles balance my path. Every step is aligned with divine order. Lay the left, lay the left, lay the left. My mind is clear, truth flows through me with perfect harmony. I ain't layman, I ain't layman, I ain't layman. Hidden in east is all. Every thought form returns to light. I release the weight of the past. Karma is clear, balance is restored. Memation, memation, memation. My body, heart, and spirit are healed. I live in sacred equilibrium. Cycle tense, I make you tense, I make you tense, I make you tense, I make you tense. Lean to left, lean to left, lean to left. When you tell, when you tell, when you tell. Memation, memation, memation. Memation, memation, memation. Say make you test, say make you test, say make you test. Lean the left, lean the left, lean the left. Lean in you tell, non you tell, non you tell. Memation, memation, memation. On my scales I lay it down, every burden, every crown. Balance flows, the false must fall. Truth restores and heals it all. Truth restores and heals it all. Truth restores and heals it all. I am balanced, I am free. I am truth, my lives in me.